Formula One moves away from Belgium and hops over the border to the Netherlands. It's the Dutch Grand Prix here at Zandvoort. Just a few races remaining then in the 2022 campaign. Max Verstappen has taken so many victories this season and he's on a roll. A double back-to-back in Hungary and then going over to Belgium. Can he win again here on home soil? Following this race, we go over to Monza as well for the second race in Italy, this time the Italian Grand Prix. Then we start the flyaways with Singapore and Japan, followed then by a 2-week break before the United States and Mexico, a further 2-week break, and then we're off to Brazil, and the season rounds out in Abu Dhabi. In the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen now leads by 93 points to Sergio Perez. Charles Leclerc is 98 points back, Max Verstappen being absolutely unstoppable. Fourth for Carlos Sainz, he moves a point ahead of George Russell, who's way clear of Lewis Hamilton. Then it's a battle between Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon, Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas for the round out the top 10. Kevin Magnussen is in 11th position as well, 2 points clear to Sebastian Vettel, who's a point clear to Daniel Ricciardo, who's a point clear to Pierre Gasly. The battle for 11th is hotting up. There's a slight gap then with Mick Schumacher now in 15th position. Yuki Tsunoda is 16th on 11 points. Zhou Guanyu has 5, then it's 4 apiece for Alexander Albon and Lance Stroll. Nicholas Latifi is still pointless this season, and Nico Hülkenberg only did 2 races at the start of the year. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Red Bull who lead the way, 475 points, over 100 clear to Ferrari on 357. Mercedes are starting to catch down the Scuderia though, but Alpine in 4th are now well clear of McLaren in 5th. Alfa Romeo have left their battle with Haas now battling AlphaTauri instead, who in turn having the pressure put on them by Aston Martin. Williams are 20 points back, they still on 4 points in 10th. It's qualifying time here at Zandvoort for the 2022 Dutch Grand Prix. Let's take a look around Zandvoort, a 4.259km circuit, 72 laps ahead of us. First time we've been here since 1985. The circuit's been on the calendar though since 1952. Start the lap at the exit of turn 14, flat out as you approach the line in 8th gear. Come down towards the banked turn 1. Down now to 3rd gear, 70 miles an hour. Put the power down mid-exit as well. Control the rear slide as you head up towards turn 2. 6th gear, 130 kilometers an hour. Blind as you come down to turn 3 as well. 50 miles an hour in 2nd gear. Banked, power mid-exit as you approach up turns 4 and 5. Flat out segment of the track in 8th gear. Turn 6 then catches up on you. Drop down 7th gear, 150 miles per hour before you come into the braking zone of turn 7. Drop down 6th gear, 140. Lift, flat out, watch out for the gravel sand. Turn 8, 3rd gear, down into 80 miles an hour. The same, drop 5 more miles per hour to turn 9, 3rd gear. Hairpin left-hander, overspeed of the exit could lead into a spin. Open up the DRS as you approach into turn 10. Drop once again down to 3rd gear, 75 miles an hour. Heavy braking zone, lot of lockups possible. Into turn 11 and 12, 2nd gear, up to 4th gear now at 105 miles an hour. A short switch back right to was easy to spin as well as you approach turn 13. Let the car grind its way through as you approach the banking. Flat out 7th gear, you reach 8 as you approach the line, and that is a lap of Zandvoort. Hello everybody and welcome to qualifying as well as we are getting ready for all of the action for the 2022 Grand Prix of the Netherlands. The Dutch Grand Prix, or even if you're just calling it the good old-fashioned Holland Grand Prix, which many people are as well. We're all excited to get going as well, and hopefully well, not too laggy on your part as well. It all looks okay to me. Alongside me is Josh Plays once again, our pit reporter. Megan will be making her way to the commentary box shortly. And I think as well, Josh, the big atmosphere here. The party began in FP1. It had to be put on hold due to Max Verstappen having a gearbox problem. And it's slowly picking up. with Super Max in the background. But Super Max could only manage third position last time out. He is yet to top a session this weekend. And coming into quali, it's unlikely he might get pole position. What do you think?
Now Max Verstappen a new gearbox after FP1. But I don't think Max Verstappen can get pole at his home Grand Prix.
It's going to be really dramatic as well. There's a man who might try and get pole position, that of Sergio Perez as well, who's been having quite a good performance in the last couple of races as well. But it's going to be a close one. It's going to be really entertaining this session as well. Qualifying is getting underway. 18 minutes as always for Q1. Q2 is 15 minutes. Q3 is 12 minutes in length as is always. Just also being told that there is a few technical problems, but listen to the background. You can hear Super Max playing as well. Get in touch. We've got the YouTube chat open as well throughout the broadcast as well. Myself, Josh and Megan will be informing us all of everything that we need to see, and any information that we get access to we'll bring you. We'll be back on this screen as well during the usual breaks between qualifying as well, as we're just getting ready then and getting Sky loaded up on the iPad as well for the battle cameras. Lewis Hamilton, who's out-qualified Russell last time out at Spa. They've tied in their qualifying head-to-heads this year, 7 apiece as well. And Hamilton's car has been on form this weekend. He was top on Friday, but it was Russell who's sort of been surprising everybody and being slightly quicker. Who's going to take pole? Could it be a Mercedes if Ferrari fell down? We've already said we don't think Verstappen's going to get pole. Can Mercedes come in and take it?
I think it's going to be a Mercedes 1-2 personally.
Oh, that's a good call.
George Russell on pole.
I've just been told that, George Russell on pole position for the second time could be possible. Danny Ricciardo has just said in a press conference that he is going to take his time to assess his future in Formula One as well before making a decision. There's only 8 races left after this one as well. Max Verstappen just getting ready as well. This was the party just outside the area as well just a few moments ago. Flares being let off by the actual media of the event here as well. Orange flares dancing in the main grandstands, and all that is unfazed. Max Verstappen as well, and Red Bull who's looking forward. Adam says Mercedes 1-2 today for qualifying. Okay, yeah, looks like it's going to be fun as Sky go to a quick ad break. Adam, I think you're completely right. I think and I think Josh is completely right as well. Both of you predicting a Mercedes 1-2 to take it out of the park is likely. But what's your just let's talk about this Oscar Piastri situation quickly because we've got a minute left as well.
Oh no, not that again.
I know, but it's come out again this morning that Daniel Ricciardo knew that Oscar Piastri was going to be racing for the team as early as mid-June as well, when the first contract was signed. How much of a mindset has that altered Daniel Ricciardo? Because he's had some good races, but then he's had some bad races as well. And is he done with Formula One after yet another failure with the team, favouring their younger driver? Or has he still got that fire and motivation to be a racing driver in Formula One?
I don't know. I think he's got the motivation to be a Formula One driver. But it is, unfortunately, if he gets chosen under younger drivers. And apparently the Piastri contract got signed on the 4th of July, and then we had the Daniel Ricciardo tweet on the 13th of July.
Yeah, well, that contract for Piastri was signed on the 3rd of June as a third driver. Then it was signed on the 2nd of July as a main driver. So there was 2 different contracts McLaren signed him with. But either way, me and Josh are going to get ready now for qualifying. Stand by and get ready. Here comes qualifying for the Dutch Grand Prix. Your commentators, myself, Joshua Birch, Megan Birch will be joining me, and Josh is down in the pits. Enjoy qualifying. all set then here on a seaside resort town as well. In the middle of the Netherlands, we are here at Zandvoort, and between the sand dunes as well lies a small racetrack. Yes, it's tricky to overtake, but what that means is that the next hour is going to be vital for the weekend. We're here in Zandvoort, the Circuit de Zandvoort as well. 72 laps or meters on Sunday around this 2.646 mile circuit. Lap record here is a 1:11.097 as well. Expect that to climb throughout the weekend as well. Elevation change just 8.7 meters at the bankings of turns 3 and 14 as well. To combat the abrasiveness of this circuit as well, Pirelli have brought their hardest tyre compounds, which has caught everybody by surprise. It's the C1 white hard, the C2 yellow medium, and the C3 red soft. Everyone thought they'd be bringing the C5, C4 and C3. Pirelli, as always, go the other way as well. It's the Formula 1 Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. It's time for qualifying here at Zandvoort. Air temperature 26 degrees, track temperature 38 degrees, 32% is the humidity, wind at 8.6 kilometres as well. And you always know who's in the commentary box. It's Jensen Button and David Croft. Hello, Jensen.
Oh, it's amazing. I haven't been here since '99, as in driving. So to drive a car around here and it be a Formula 1 car, and James Hunt's Hesketh winning car from 1975 was pretty stunning.
But what do you have to do to nail a perfect lap round here? Where are the strengths, the pluses, the weaknesses? What do you need to do?
Be brave.
Brave.
Yeah, I think we've seen that there's 3 teams fighting for this pole position, and it's going to come down to whether they're willing to push it that extra bit, because it can bite you big time, this track.
And you've got
It could absolutely, as well as the anticipation gets up. Now Megan Birch is limping into the commentary position as well, and the reason she is limping into the commentary position is because of what just happened.
I have to walk around college constantly next week. And you think it's a good idea to leave a bike there?
You're going to have to talk louder than whispering. You think it's a good idea to leave a bike there? Well, yeah, there's a bike on the side of the commentary box. Hi, Megs. Welcome
I just
back.
smashed my leg into it.
Very nice. How are you doing? You doing all right? Looking forward to this
Well,
session?
I was.
You're looking forward to this session now. Who do you think is going to take pole position? There's so much. For Max Verstappen's off the pace. We've got Leclerc up there. Russell's coming in. There's just so much anticipation, and nobody knows exactly who's going to take pole position. Who's your bet on?
I want to say Leclerc, but my mind goes to Russell.
Russell for pole. Well, you join Josh and you join Adam in saying a Russell pole position and a Mercedes 1-2. Do you agree with the Mercedes 1-2?
Yeah, I think this is a good track for them.
All right, well, let's reintroduce Josh then up here in the comms box as well, and we can even have him on a special thing, because finally we got the Discord button working. And Josh, afternoon, 1 minute to go before qualifying starts. Megan's in agreement with you. It seems to be a Mercedes 1-2, and after this morning, it's entirely possible, because they are on fire, and Red Bull at their most important circuit are just letting the side down.
Yeah, I think a Red Bull fan has put a couple of orange smoke flares up the back of the Mercedes car.
It's
because
always
it
the
is
orange.
really on fire.
It does look it, doesn't it?
It's always the orange.
I see you've
come.
come colour coordinated as well with a yellowy orangey today. Are you wearing that orange top again tomorrow for
We shall see.
for Verstappen? I thought
That's
you might.
Mum's, so we'll see.
I thought you might go somewhere along those lines. Anyway, we're just getting
I've
ready.
got orange somewhere.
We're gonna have to all
There.
go orange. We'll all have
Orange.
to
Honestly,
There we
I
go.
think that top fits me better than her nowadays, so...
go. We're all gonna have to go orange at some point as well. Anyway, start procedure is underway. And the green light goes on at the end of the pit lane, and qualifying is underway for the 2022 Dutch Grand Prix.
Who's going to be first out?
That's the big worry about who is going to be first out. No one's in a hurry, actually, to go out. They're all staying in the pit lane, and this is very unusual that there's not a queue. There's been a queue at the start of every single session, and now we're sort of like having to coax them out, just say, no, come on, you can come play, as well.
It's like, I love how... Okay, I've just compared it to something in my mind because I've been reading a lot of Harry Potter. Right, so all the other sessions have been like the previous three people in the Triwizard tournament, like going up to get this. This is like when Harry gets called. It's like,
Hello, I can hear noise. Who's coming out on the track? It's Schumacher, Magnussen, Albon, Latifi. They're all coming out on the circuit as well, getting noise out there. As soon as, and out they come onto the circuit now. Let's get Josh back in as well for the session. It's a 4.25 comp circuit, 72 laps ahead of us. First used here back in 1952. 1:11.097 is the time we're looking for in this session as well. And I'd just like to, Josh, by the way, something's happened with the race control because it's now really small and it's cutting off some words. So it's not zoomed out properly enough. It's cutting out some words on my side. It's not what it was. It's come through. There's Kevin Magnussen there, just heading out of the circuit.
Album's out now too.
And the power, Megan, of the speakers at the side of the track are actually overpowering the car noises because
it is.
It's like we're at a beach.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
It sounds like
when you're at a beach. Yeah.
The Air Force.
Yeah. It's a proper event, this one, as well, with trackside stuff. As now,
like Armed Forces Day?
Armed Forces Day, coming through. But honestly, it sounds so fantastic out there as well at the moment, as well, with 16 minutes to go of the session. There's the fans, and that's where Synthol is. He's on the start-finish straight this weekend as well, and be sending us some images throughout the session as well, and throughout the whole weekend. Magnussen, Schumacher, Albon, Latifi, Zhou, Bottas, Tsunoda, and Gasly are the cars out on the circuit right now. Let's take a look at Kevin Magnussen then with the Let's Go banner down towards turn number 1 into Tarzan corner, flicks the car in. He's got a good exit as well. And what we saw this morning, Megan, as well, is that the outside line is a better overtaking spot because it gives you a better line into the banking here at turn number 3 for Magnussen.
Yeah, it's definitely a better overtaking spot. I think it'll be very difficult to go around the banking on the lower side because you're just going to end up having to back off because of someone on the highest level.
Yeah, remember last year Vettel went up the inside, locked the rears and spun round. Yeah. When he was trying to pass Tsunoda, I think it was, one of the two.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, Schumacher's having that's a drone shot getting in the way there. We're seeing his blade, so that was a bit of a mistake. But nice that we got some drone shots over here. Magnussen's first sector time is looking extremely good as well across the board. Trying to get up with the times as well, as hopefully it's all good.
Just saw a merry-go-round.
Yeah,
no, not a merry-go-round. What's it called? That big thing looks like the London Eye, though, isn't?
A carousel.
Carousel, that's what they're called.
Down we go then at the last corner. Kevin Magnussen then set the first lap time of the session. Magnussen does a 1:12.680. His teammate Mick Schumacher was fastest in Sector 1. He's just behind him in the green Sector 2. Schumacher goes second, 1:12.825. He's 0.145, a tenth off the pace. Here's Alexander Albon shining all weekend long. Albon comes across the line, goes third, fastest third sector, 1:12.909. Time's improving out there, Megs, and Tsunoda's coming up to the battle now as well as Button.
Latifi passes.
Button as well as Bottas.
Latifi passes, goes into fourth with a 1:13.353. Though Zhou goes for top with a 1:12.641, and his teammate Valtteri Bottas goes into fourth with a 1:12.895. Tsunoda goes into sixth with a 1:12.9. Was that 6.4? Yes, 6.4.
Yeah. Well, Josh will be delighted to tell you that I've got the screen sorted on my side. It was a problem on my side, not his. So, sorry, Josh. It's my track controller not working correctly to pick up the Discord sign as well. So I've fixed that. And we've got an instant already, Josh. If you want to take us through it, because something's flashed up on the race control monitor.
Yeah, Tsunoda's gone the Carlos Sainz line and had a lap time deleted on track limits at turn 3, a 1:12.963.
So a lot of time off the track there as well as more comes through. Yeah, so no lap time deleted, as you can see on the race control messages as they come through. We're just going to hopefully try and get open the telemetry data for F1.com, but as you can see, it's not really appearing at the moment in this session. So we'll try and reload it while it comes on. There's Max Verstappen there, Megan, into the sector. Stopped with a gearbox problem yesterday in practice 1, and it's been off the pace. And coming into qualifying looks unlikely, as there's the cranes to remove all the cars from the track as well, coming into position now.
Let's see what he does for his first set of times then.
Yeah, as he gets a big round of applause from his fans as well as he comes into turn 10 as well. Down towards turn 11 and 12, the Audi S corners on this circuit as well, trying to find some times. Hello, timing monitor's coming alive. Listen to that. The crowd applauding. Where was this in Silverstone? It's going to be amazing tomorrow hearing this.
I think that the Dutch are just a lot more patriotic for their team.
I've got any cooler car messages. Opening the lap and the closing.
Okay,
Stroll.
go in.
Well, we've got our telemetry working nearly on the driver track. There we go. So we've got that working on the board. What have you noticed, Megan?
We still need to sync 8th gear.
Faster than
Still need to sync
Verstappen.
8th.
Yeah,
By 2 seconds.
well, let's take a look actually, because we've got Verstappen and Perez's telemetry data up here. So let's go battle cam. And for some reason, Josh has moved around on the battle cam, and that's really weird. Something's happened with that. So while I try and find out why Josh is suddenly up there instead of down here. We've got the battle cameras open now for Sergio Perez and for Max Verstappen. Perez is ahead of Verstappen on the lap time as well, Megs, and looking very, very much faster. What's the sector time to Perez? Verstappen's now quicker through the first 2 sectors as well as he comes out towards the last couple of corners, Megs.
Ricardo's top now with a 1:12.490, though I wonder if Verstappen can beat that. Has he found his pace again? I don't know.
About to find out. Verstappen coming towards the line at over
Very,
230
very
miles
quick
an
turn
hour
on front.
through the kilometres. Verstappen does a 1:11.317, quicker than Hamilton last year. Perez comes across the line. Does he improve? No, second off. Max Verstappen is a full second faster than what we've just seen. That's unbelievable. As Leclerc goes second, 1:12.125, and for some reason they've turned the mics off on the Ferrari. Here comes Carlos Sainz across the line now as well. Sainz looking fast and does a 1:11.797, Meg. So that's an okay time.
Looks like they're all getting their paces in right now. Pit lane incident involving car 4 Norris noted unsafe release.
Oh, well, he's done for then. 9 times out of 10, you do an unsafe release in the pit lane, it's going to come back to haunt you quite quickly.
Any penalties this week?
Josh, any penalties to note as well? I don't think there is on the board. What, have you noticed any?
Okay, that's P1.
No.
So to do a double call.
Nothing's flashing up on the monitor.
No.
As it comes through, Hamilton then on the lap time as well. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, yeah, okay, that needs to change. So then, back to the battle then, as we see more drama. Incident involving, Norris will be investigated after the session, we're now being told on the messages. So that will come back later. We'll switch back to the normal. Here comes Russell across the line now as well. Russell goes second on a 1:11.561. Hamilton goes third, 1:11.582. So the gap is
Closing.
yeah. What's the gap between the two? We haven't got an interval up here in the comms box. That's
I
really
can
annoying.
probably figure it out.
It's what is it? 0.011.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 11 thousandths of a second. This is the unsafe release.
Wait, 2-1.
2-1. That's Lando with a massive unsafe release in front of Yuki Tsunoda. Put his hand up and everything.
that's okay.
What was McLaren thinking there? Well, the mechanic wasn't looking. Let's listen.
Safe release there by Norris. Copy that.
Yeah, it really was a mega unsafe release. It just came out right in the path of him as well. And honestly, you do have to wonder, Megs.
And he was heading in at the time too.
Yeah, and this is Max Verstappen. Oh, having a moment coming through the banking.
Big moment in the last corner. Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, let's do turn 13, the Kummenbosch corner as well, where he's had a little bit of a mistake. But Verstappen's still fastest on a 1:11.317.
He's gone in.
Yeah, Russell second, Hamilton third, Sainz fourth, Norris fifth, Leclerc sixth, Magnussen seventh, Perez eighth, Ricciardo ninth, and Stroll rounding out the top 10. Further down the board as well, Mercedes pair actually have slotted in between, so a chance of a front row start might go the way of Russell, but this is only qualifying one. There's a long way to go here in Zandvoort for quali.
3 people haven't even set times yet.
Copy that.
Yeah, 3 people haven't even set times yet. Alonso, Ocon and Tsunoda. I don't know why Tsunoda hasn't.
Well, Alonso's on a lap time. Bottas and Zhou are just coming through. Bottas goes 7th, 1:12.225. Alonso's just behind Zhou Guanyu coming out the last corner now, so
Ooh, that's a
they
dangerous
will set lap times on the board. Zhou goes up the order and jumps to, well, the 112 dead.
But wait,
Alonso goes fourth, 111.667, slots in just behind Hamilton. That Alpine Megan is showing so much more pace in the past couple of years, in weeks.
it is. And look what Ocon's placed.
8th.
And
So
now,
yeah,
Tsunoda.
Tsunoda 6th. That pushes Ocon down to 8th.
See, I knew that them three were going to change the order around.
Look at this though, we've got Tsunoda, Zhou, Stroll, Gasly, all changing, and Ocon, all changing the lower half of the top 10 as well. Completely moving systems around as well, completely having different time zones
It's like
to
they
try and work on.
It's like they swapped the usual grids around.
They have, haven't they? They've swapped the usual positioning, and is that a yellow flag on the monitor? No.
I think it,
Just a
Could've
glitch, yeah. As they come through, Gasly's improving in sector time.
Someone leaning
Stroll
on it.
too, yeah, someone leaning on the button. Here comes across the line then, Vettel only goes 16, so Perez is at risk, Megan. Sergio Perez is a driver at risk. Josh, you see anything on the social media side of things about Red Bull?
Not currently.
Hopefully we'll see a different matter of things as they come in. Perez is 4/10 down and looking very slow, and he's backed off the lap time. He wasn't quick on the power coming through the
No,
Audi S chicane, so he's
Was
definitely backed off.
who was that going slow just there near him? That was Zhou.
Yeah, and Alonso's just behind him. I think Bottas might improve, but not go inside the top 3. And I'm right, 4th place, 111.641 for
Rears didn't
Perez.
feel great, turn 1.
Rears don't feel great.
Hey,
turn
bud.
one.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Is doing quite well at the moment. He's got quite a fast pace going on. Go
Oh,
second.
Leclerc with the fastest third sector. Good call, 111.443. So Leclerc's got some time, and even the Dutch fans enjoying that one with a big cheer in the background as well.
Yeah, he did a. Yeah, I'm surprised. He's been kind of off the pace recently.
Yeah.
About that. So I guess this is just a track where everyone seems to just go really, really quick.
Ricciardo is quick. 5 minutes to go in the first session. Ricciardo's 17th, and remember, he did set the fastest time at one point in this session, as you mentioned, Megan, and now he's in the drop zone as well. Magnussen and Vettel, though, only separated by 72 thousandths of a second. That's close, but as always, Nicholas Latifi in last position, and I think Latifi's time at Williams is pretty much done now.
Yeah.
Okay, time to gain under braking for 11. A little bit on turn 7, but that's all good. And boxing this lap.
I think he needs to practice some more.
I think you're correct there, actually, to be fair, as they come through.
This is how to overtake, Nicholas. Can you see the overtaking? Yeah, that's how it's done. Do it once in a while.
So, elimination zone sees Vettel, Ricciardo, Albon, Schumacher and Latifi as things stand. 4 minutes to go in qualifying 1, and nobody wanting to head out there. And let's have a look. Albon, I think, is the only car on the track. Leclerc's coming into the pit lane now. So Albon becomes the only driver out there. Let's bring up the battle screen then. And we may as well have a listen to Albon and see what his lap time pace looks like. Where is he on the board? 18th position. Here we go then. Let's ride with him on full telemetry battle screen as well. In towards turn number 1. He's looking quite okay. He's green down the first sector, making into turn 1 and 2. Now riding the banking at turn 3, taking a bit higher line as well. And he's losing just a couple of tenths there. He's staying green though. He might just get ahead of Sebastian Vettel.
He might.
Oh, he might do. Look at that. 4 tenths quicker than Magnussen even, Megs.
Let's look at his sector 1 time. He did a sector 1 time of a 24.606. Let's look where that's on telemetry of the board. It's quite high.
Yeah, that'll put him quite high up the board, as you say. So, second, actually, he was purple on the run out towards turn 4. You can see Schumacher come through, but he's been slow on the downhill approaches and the
but
exit of turn
he
10.
managed to get a 25.238.
Yeah, he's 6 tenths down on Verstappen's time, but that should put him in about 10th position, just splitting Zhou and Stroll. So this is still a mighty good lap for Alexander Albon as he comes into the banking. Look at that. Purple once again, fastest of anyone on the run out of Audi S. Albon goes 7th. 111.695 for Alexander Albon. Amazing time there and properly on the pace, and they're happy with that one down at Williams.
And he just puts Bottas at risk now. and puts Magnussen in the drop zone, and it seems like Magnussen knew that was going to happen since he's come out.
Magnussen's back out now on the circuit as well. As this is where the fun begins as they come through. Who is in that drop zone as well?
Vettel, Ricciardo, Schumacher and Latifi are also in it.
And yeah, with K-Mag at the top of it. Here we go then. Once again, through turn 1 and 2, Magnussen lap time. 2 minutes to go in qualifying number 1.
Russell's car did not sound good just then.
No, yeah, it was chugging a lot of the pit lane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And I saw him taking off his visor at the same time. I wonder if the visor thing got stuck somewhere underneath.
One good thing I love about having the audio now. Magnussen's 2/10 up on Bottas's time for the drop zone as well. So Schumacher's 4/10 up on it as well. So we've got all sorts of times coming through, but a lot of drivers going slow in that middle sector towards the Audi S curves. Magnussen has a big lock of oversteer coming into turn 10 as well, but everyone's backing up to get a good run. And of course, they've got the DRS around the last corner of the banking as well. So that's going to be something to watch as they come through. Magnussen improving into the chicane, takes some of the fake gravel and gets back across. But now look at this, the amount of cars that's littering his way. 1 minute to go then in qualifying number 1. Kevin Magnussen is in the drop zone at the moment. He will cross the line on what should be his last attempt. Magnussen, can he get through? Only just. He goes P12 with a 1:12.041. Schumacher goes 8th. That pushes Norris and Ricciardo in the drop zone. It puts Ocon at risk of being eliminated. Bottas is looking quicker, and to confuse everybody, the man who's been slowest all weekend, Nicholas Latifi, is also looking quick.
It's a big train of 10 cars, all spaced by 2-3 seconds, so expecting them to bunch up at the end of the lap.
Joe
First
goes
car
into
is
10th.
Magnussen at turn 13. He will be starting a lap.
Bottas goes 12th. So that puts Ocon, Norris, Vettel, Ricciardo, Latifi in the drop zone. Latifi's massively backed off though, Megs. He got held up by Norris comically enough in that sector. So Latifi's out of qualifying. Stroll goes 4th. Aston Martin look really quick here as well.
He's splitting.
3, 2, 1. Qualifying 1 is over. Ricciardo is out of qualifying. Ricciardo only goes 17th fastest. Vettel was fastest sector 1, but he's backed out of it.
Oh my.
Norris goes 3rd. 5:56 as well.
You should see who just went second.
It's Yuki Tsunoda. 1:11.427 for Tsunoda. That surprises everybody. Ocon goes 12th. Gets himself to so Magnussen, Gasly as well in trouble. Ricciardo's out, Vettel's out. Gasly goes over, that puts Bottas out. And I think Magnussen might be out as well, Megan. And Hamilton's second. Hamilton's only 14 thousandths off of Verstappen. It's happened again. Wow, it's 2022. It's 2021. What is it? 1:11.331 for Hamilton and 1:11.317 for Verstappen. Oh wow! So it's Bottas, Magnussen, Ricciardo, Vettel, Latifi out of the first part of qualifying. And I think Josh as well. We were talking about Ricciardo just before the session started. Another hammer blow for his ego. Another hammer blow for his championship at McLaren.
It really, really is. And I've gone onto the world of F1 Twitter and I found this.
Oh, what have you found? Where's that data screen we need access to? As well with the full screen, which we had and it's now disappeared.
We need to be more on it, mate. We just waste a set.
That's Vettel going in the gravel, Megs. That's why he was slow throughout the corner.
Doesn't explain why Latifi was slowed down.
It doesn't, no. Vettel had he just got in the gravel and it's looking like it didn't go into the wall. Megan?
Do you know that Artemis 1 thing?
Yeah, is it launched?
No.
Cancelled again?
It's launching in 4 hours and 28 minutes or so.
Josh has got it on his secondary laptop there in the top of the box. And Lando got impeded by Vettel coming back on the track as well. So that's what caused that little problem here in the first session. Yeah, K-Mag watching on. Right, we'll get Josh onto Twitter in a second because I'll get that secondary screen back so that we can go full screen so he can show us the things. This is Kevin Magnussen with Ziggo Sport logo this weekend, and because it's a home race and it's live, and he went all fours off the track. Now, Magnussen's lap time is going to be deleted for that because he's outside the white lines.
Maybe he should try IndyCar.
He did try IndyCar.
NASCAR.
He did try IndyCar and he did try America racing.
How did he do?
not all that well, to be fair. To be honest, he didn't do as well as we predicted he might do as well. Okay, so...
He doesn't like ovals.
I don't think he does. Right, we're getting ready then for the second part of qualifying here as well from the Dutch Grand Prix. We're just transferring all our things over as well. Josh, anything on Twitter of interest and funniness while I get your camera back?
Yeah, basically. There's tons of memes. And also, Crofty is trending on Twitter.
Oh.
Yes, it actually is.
Why is he trending on Twitter? I know he's a twending.
Because of what happened in FP2 yesterday.
Is it still that? What happened?
Yes.
Ted and him had a fight on live on air.
What, like verbal?
Well, it wasn't like a full-on fight. What happened was, Ted wanted to go for a break because he was getting told that they were going to go for an ad break, and then it never happened. And that was like what was going on then on the screen. Okay then, Josh, I've got you on full screen. Let's take a look then at this image. What's it? Well, talk us through it because we can see you now.
So the iconic classic 2-button meme. What one do you press? Talk about Alpine? Go to a break. What one? Ted.
Just doesn't know what to do.
Then there's this one.
Fernando Alonso, this guy only knows how to start and finish a race in first place. David Croft, yeah, he's done that 103 times.
Look at how smug David Crofty's face is.
I remember when that image was took, actually. I think that's back in 2012.
Update.
When they started working. Oh, update.
Alonso still about 7 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think that was
We
when...
are safe.
Back
Q2.
limits deleted. Magnussen tracked the
Not easy
country.
from where we were. Thank you. Let's keep pushing.
That was cocky from them. We are safe as
Yeah.
So
usual.
we are okay on traffic light.
Josh has got some info coming through because I can see him scrolling through massively already.
Pushing, yeah.
Actually, we're going to take this... You can go stop your
Confirmed.
recording now.
What recording?
On your
Copy.
laptop. It's recording the session. You can go stop that now.
Oh, good.
How about Chevy Tongue 11?
Where you go?
The gear didn't want to go in,
Toilet. We're live on air. Don't say it.
which
Copy.
was lost 1 temps.
Copy. We checking.
Let us know all your
Okay.
plans, Max. Yeah, can you go stop the recording now? You know how. As they come through, go through. Yeah, don't hit the bike. Off you go. And don't swear alive as they come through. Okay, so what's this about Kevin Magnussen? Josh, what are you hearing? Oh, 2 seconds. We're going to hear from Mattia
But
Binotto.
that track seemed to ramp up, get a lot faster very quickly out there.
Yeah, you're right. Track improvement is significant, even during the same run on the same tires. You cool them down, you go ahead, you go again. I think the track is certainly faster. So track improvement is something you need to take consideration of for the second session, and certainly as well for the last one. It seems to be all very tight there. Max, not a surprise, very fast. Not the 2 Red Bull, only Max. But it will be very tight ahead.
So can you risk being the last man to cross the line before the checkered flag? Because that seems to be the best time to get your final lap in.
I think that most of the drivers will go for it, but then traffic will be an issue, and even more important, I think, is the outlap. To have the tires preparation in the right windows of temperatures, that was the most significant. So you need to balance the risk of being the last and have a proper outlap.
And was that Carlos Sainz's struggles? Because, look, 3 tenths between himself and Charles Leclerc, but it was a bit nervy and he almost didn't make it.
No, not really. I think it's the very first lap of the session of the quali. Each single driver is not taking any risk. And I think he was simply slower because at the time he was not as fast as he could. We decided ourselves to stop in the garage, save the mileage. And when he went out for the second attempt, we knew at some stage that he could simply back off because he was safe. So he didn't try. He could have done certainly a lot better.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Mattia.
And the green light is on, and the second part of qualifying is underway here at Zandvoort. 15 minutes, 15 cars, and at the end as well, as usual, we lose the slowest 5 drivers from this qualifying segment as well. First out onto the track, it will be an Alexander Albon in the Williams as well, as the only driver left out there as well. As we welcome Josh back into the comms box as well to get ready. cars very much louding us out there. Nice to hear and nice to see from Mattia Bonotto as well that we've got that camera angle now, because basically it's a webcam, so we can show that bit as well. Little bits we can show, little bits we can't show as well, but a webcam we very much can. Ferrari, do they stand a chance of winning a race this weekend, or is it mainly now going to be down to an opportunity for Mercedes?
Ferrari.
Red flag. Red flag. Session stopped. Why is this? Red flag with 13:54 left on the clock, but only Alexander Albon is out on the track, and he hasn't stopped. Albon's still circulating. So we've got a red flag, and we've got no idea why. Look, red flag. No, nothing's come up on the screen, so session is stopped. Oh, we've got a flare on the track. Oh my word, someone's flown a flare onto the circuit, and that's what's caused the red flag. Well, this is ridiculous. We said no flares. We told people no flares, and someone's thrown one onto the circuit. This is why we say. So, honestly, that's unbelievable. They should be searched, but Albon drives through. Hopefully, thankfully the smoke's gone, but it rolls to the side of the track. But look, the marshal's going, why did you do that? Why did you throw that? Red flag's out with 13:54 left on the clock, Josh. So into the pit lane comes Alexander Albon. All flared and nowhere to go as it comes back on. That was absolutely ridiculous as well. So session is stopped. It'll be a quick restart. Let's take a look on board with Alexander Albon. And this was him down into turn 7. Takes the inside line and... Oh, is Rico?
Yeah, there's a ton of pigeons around.
Pigeons, oh dear.
Never bring pigeons. Never bring pigeons to a Formula 1 race.
I knew you'd say so.
Never bring pigeons to an F1 race. That's pretty much how it all goes. So 13:54 left on the clock. We've now got to do some mathematical skills. There are pigeons picking at the sand and on the side. It is a seaside track, so even the F1 cars aren't going to go there. So people might be making pigeon pie at the end of today if they're not careful as well, which is actually a delicacy. Although I'm surprised, actually, because usually it's... it's not a Dutch delicacy, I just want to get that straight. It's something that someone in the UK used to do with pigeon pie. But usually it's a pheasant and things like that. Session will restart at 15:32. Now it's 6 seconds back, so that means with technically 14, the session ends somewhere along the line. We'll get it right. So the session should end mathematically.
14.
Yeah, there's a ton of pigeons around.
46.
Roger.
14:46. Because there's a 6 minute delay. So 14. So we've been delayed 6 minutes. So let's see. We'll start the timer down now. So when is that session restarting? Sorry, as we heard from Albon. I'll see it in a second.
15:32.
So that should just be on the time. Yeah, 15:32. There we go. So it's come on.
If I do not come back out of F1 Twitter.
Well, we're just going to throw over to
last lap,
Karun Chanok.
Well, I've just found it. As he's coming that last corner, there's no yellow
You have time
flag
to
flashing,
escape,
which
Josh.
is unusual because you can see Sebastian Vettel there, if I roll along, has gone off, and the dust is clearly kicked off. It's very unusual that they didn't throw a yellow flag, but they didn't, and Norris didn't have to back off. There's no yellow flags there, so he is in the clear, and that's why he can keep that lap.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Karun Chanok, who's watching along. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go until the restart, which is making me think we've got our calculations correct as well with this, as we are in, if you're just joining us, a red flag because some lunatic idiot threw a flare onto the track and it had to stop the session.
Or was it you?
Yeah, Synthol, have you been throwing flares on to cause red flags? A session restart in 2 minutes.
One of the greatest moments in F1. Alex Albon is worried about the pigeons on track. Meanwhile,
oh, Ted.
But they have decided to ban them. So there is now going up on the big screens a sign to the crowd, it may be too late, it is prohibited to set off fireworks and other incendiary materials. If you do use flares, this is on the big screens to the crowd, you will be removed from the premises. So they are, but they're not checking people. They can't check people. What are you going to do? A whole body search before you get in? There are signs as you come in saying if you do have flares, they're not allowed. So please put them in some kind of bin before you come into the circuit. Obviously, a lot of spectators are not heeding those warnings. Maybe these signs saying that if you do them and you're identified, you'll get chucked out and not refunded or anything like that, not allowed to come back in. I don't know how they'll do that for tomorrow, but anyway, then maybe they'll take heed of that, because that's just nonsense. Never mind if you're behind someone who lets off a flare, it must be a pretty horrible experience.
It's not a...
All right, cheers, Ted. As well, Megan's asking to see a replay of the flare, which is handy because I've just got it on my phone as a Twitter notification as well. Session's going to restart in 40 seconds anyway. There you have it. A flare thrown onto the circuit.
Why the hell did we do that?
I don't know. We suggested, didn't we, in practice, that it's prohibited. You're not allowed flares here as well. So that's something. Anyway, Josh, quickly, 30 seconds left. What have you found on Twitter? Because I know you said you want to get out of it, but it's really bad out there.
Oh, I just enjoy having everyone raids on F1 Twitter.
We all do.
F1 official Twitter 20 seconds ago. Bravest or maddest pittons in the world, and also I'm keeping an eye on the social media teams' Twitter accounts to pass massive memes on Twitter.
Green flag, we're restarted here as well at Zandvoort. The session resumes, and let's just see how quick we can get in, as the cars still haven't set a lap time in this session. Albon was on a reconnaissance lap when the red flag came out, so let's see who's going to be out there. Adam says whoever flew a flare onto the track shouldn't be allowed to be near an F1 race ever again. I completely agree with you, my friend, and also that is so difficult to say. Whoever flew a flare, it's so tricky to say.
Whoever threw a flare.
Damn you.
Whoever threw a flare onto the track.
Is it just me?
No.
Probably.
Nan wouldn't have been able to say it either.
That's true.
You have her speech patterns with it.
Yeah.
Though also, you know me. You know I find difficult words to pronounce really easy, though really complicated.
I can't say
really easy words. I can't.
The longer word for stats, I can't say.
I could say millennium for
statistics or whatever. I can't pronounce it. What is it?
Statistics.
Yeah, I can't do it. Statistics.
There's one that I can't
I have to pucker. Statistics.
There's one word that I really can't pronounce, and it's probably one of the most easiest words on the planet.
What is it?
I can't remember, so that's a good thing.
Millennium.
No, I can say that now.
Immingham. You just not be able to say Immingham.
I can say that now too. Because
used to be Immingham. Ammingham was used a lot.
What? There's one word which I cannot pronounce for the life of me, and it's so easy to pronounce. I'm going to have to try and figure out what it is.
All right.
I'm going to eat the rest of my muffin now.
Yeah, you eat your muffin. Anyway, session's underway then as we head down.
This is a good point.
Yeah, go on, Josh.
On Twitter. So, we have falling jumbotrons in IndyCar, pittons and flares in F1. What shall NASCAR have an issue with today? And, of course, it's Darlington.
Oh, Darlington. Time for retro liveries and everything. That's going to be even better at Darlington.
Where's my meter
somewhere. Ah, it's fallen here. It's down there. Look, it's fallen where the spiders are.
They can have it.
Listen to the cheer as Verstappen goes fastest in the middle sector of anybody so far. But somebody at Williams is taking a screenshot. Alexander Albon is a 1:12.078 and goes fastest overall. But for how much longer? Because here comes Max Verstappen towards the line as well. And Holland erupt.
You're going to be shocked when you see the time.
It's a 1:10.927. Here comes Perez, a 1:11.314. 4 tenths off the pace, 0.387. Wow, this is advantage Red Bull. What a Ferrari got. As Russell starts a time, so does Hamilton. And this is Charles Leclerc preparing for a fast lap as well, Megs.
It's all hands on deck, isn't it, for other teams? They're all determined to get fastest times, like more than usual. I don't know what's up with them. I think they must have put Red Bull in their engine.
Carlos Sainz looking fast as ever. Just listening to the brand new Ferrari power that they've put in as well out here on the circuit into the Audi S curves. And with 10 minutes to go, Josh has another image from F1 Twitter on the socials. What you got, Josh?
Flares are not allowed on site. Hand them in the gate. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. I am now going to try and leave F1 Twitter.
Yeah, that sign doesn't apply to me because I can't read. It's pretty much how it is as well. As they come through, Russell's quick, Hamilton's quicker, and we need to get them on the data banks here. Look, Hamilton, where is it? Hamilton and Russell. Come on, data screen, work with me here because Russell's on the last corner. There we go. So Hamilton at the top, Russell at the bottom. Let's take a look at Russell's time as he crosses the line. Russell does a 1:11.418. Here comes Hamilton. Look, he's so much faster as well across the two sectors. Hamilton goes second, 1:11.075, a tenth off. Lewis Hamilton of old is appearing here at Zandvoort and is finding something to shout about. But here comes Lando Norris in the fastest first two sectors so far today, Megs.
I think Lando's going to lose some time. Yeah, he looks to have lost some time going round maybe Zandvoort, I'm not sure. Though
yeah, it's Zandvoort. Are you all right?
I mean, I don't remember what the banking thing's called. That one.
Last corner, the Klukenbach.
Yeah, I'm a bit tired.
It's very hot in this box as well.
I've had to do a 12-mark question today.
Leclerc goes 6th, 8 tenths exactly off the pace of Verstappen on 1:11.727. Here comes Sainz, goes 6th. On a 1:11.591. So the Ferraris swapping over each other once again.
Yeah, I've had to do it.
Oh look, there's Ferrari's chief, Krusty the Clown, the strategist, on the board there as well.
Kind of looks like him too.
Yeah. A man whose job is not going to last much longer in Formula 1, I don't think.
Gasly makes his way out of the elimination zone into 9th.
And so does Stroll by going 4th again. That Aston Martin's working round here. And yeah, a little bit of applaudiment there as well from them.
Got fastest first sector too.
Something I've just been, I also noticed as well, because the guy with the earpiece just reminded me, is that Sky F1 this weekend seemed to have new custom earpieces moulded, and they're black, the same as mine. Just as mine need to start to be needing replacing. They get exactly the same ones. I need to glue it back in place. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Here comes Fernando Alonso. Is this on an outlap? Yes, it is. As it comes down towards turn number 1.
Do you know what I've noticed?
What?
The last qualifying.
In Spa?
No, I mean the last session just now.
Oh, yes.
Verstappen set his time and then went in for the rest of the time. And he's doing the same again.
Yeah, 1 lap only. He comes straight back in. He's only on 6 laps in total.
He's not even trying to defend himself. Something tells me he's only got enough power for 1 lap at the moment.
Gearbox could be an error. I mean, look, we're just looking at the pit lane chart now, and Max is all 4 wheels off, 7 minutes to go, nothing's in a hurry, everything seems okay, and going forward as well, as I can see Josh smirking, so that means he's found something on Twitter he likes, and he's getting it ready to put in as well. Am I correct? I think I am, but he's busy. I don't think he can hear us that well. Yeah, am I correct, Josh? Have you found something on your Twitter? Yeah, he's nodding. Yeah. Josh has found something. So we'll go full screen in a sec to get that back. Here comes Fernando Alonso there, Meg, and he's 15th at the moment with no time on the board. Round of the banking, down what looks like Cleethorpes BC front side, and away he goes. Yeah, so 1:11.613 for Alonso. I think I'd feel very at home at Zandvoort because it's just basically Cleethorpes. To be honest with you, the town is extremely like Cleethorpes. And another thing,
we could live there.
The track could easily be put in the sand dune area of ours, in the caravan area. That's how I think it could do. That caravan area on there could turn into Zandvoort.
Love a field next to Morrison's.
Yeah, but how great would that be? No. It's not a sand dune section, is it? For sand on beach thing, how great would it be? We could have a British Grand Prix at Cleethorpes. We need to build a racetrack. There used to be a racetrack, actually. Where the caravans
Is that
used to
why
be
it's
at
like
Thorpe
that?
Park, yeah, it used to be a racetrack. Because it used to be an oval racetrack for banger racing. But it was quite a big track as well. And
Still kind of got the layout.
yeah, you can still see it as well. And some of the snaky bits as well with the houses down there, you can see that's part of the paddock area on the fitty area as well.
I always look at it, I'm just like, what goes on with that? Who designed this thing?
I do wish it. I mean, I know it's now a holiday home area, but they're so big there. We'll just make a racetrack.
We have enough golf courses round here. We can just get rid of the one near in Cleethorpes, which used to be a zoo.
Yeah, get rid of a golf course that a lot of people do and put a racetrack on.
Yeah, we literally have like this town has 4 golf courses.
Well, there's a golf course just next to us as well. That is it's big enough to be a racetrack. So I'm kind of hoping if they do, then that means that we can literally commentate from here, or we can go to the event. We can take all our stuff with us and go to the event and then come back. Just get a very, very long cable of internet.
You know, most places only have 1 golf course or maybe 2.
We've got 4. Yeah. Anyway, enough golf chat at the moment because Alexander Albon's relieving our boredom out on the circuit because he's the only car out there on the track and he's now got round in the time we've been talking. Predicted knockout zone time is a 1:11.5 on the board as well. So that, again, looks to be the gap for Albon to really get through.
Doesn't really place him much above himself.
Yeah, because what is he, a 1:12.078?
Yeah.
So he's got time to find out there as he comes through.
A lot of time to find.
Yeah, Albon's coming through the middle sector. Josh has got some Twitter. What have you got for us on F1 Twitter? Oh, is that you with the hazmat suit going into comment section? Yeah, that works. Get your radiation suit on. Get in the F1 Twitter. We need to know what's going on out there.
I don't think Albon's going to improve much.
No.
Or any. Yeah, he didn't improve at all.
No, Albon stays. He's a 1:11.802, but he improves on time, not position. He's 2/10 faster on that lap time alone, so Albon stays in 10th place as well. And he's the only car out there with 3 minutes 19 to go. He's now run alternate runs.
Yeah.
But everyone else now getting ready to put on the brand new spanking set of soft tyres, and this will be the only lap time they do as we see Lance Stroll getting ready to go out. In fact, Stroll, Norris, Sainz, Leclerc, Zhou and Schumacher are all revving up in the pit lane. I can see on the speedometers on the timing screen.
Speaking of Stroll, this weekend he's the highest ranked car of performance.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Followed by Lewis.
Well, to be fair, I'd agree with that.
Awesome.
That Aston Martin this weekend, it just had something about it, hasn't it? It's been something a lot better throughout the boards as well.
It has been.
As well as the on-air light wasn't on. That's embarrassing to come through.
No one can see.
Yeah, but if anybody walks in as well, they always like to see that, to see if we're on air or not. Albon then is the driver at risk. He's in 10th on a 1:11.802. Okay, then you two. We'll go and make it first. Who's going to get through to qualifying? Your one pick to get through from qualifying from that drop zone. It's difficult than he thinks. It's a good drop zone. Okay, Magnussen for you.
I mean, I love Schumacher, but he's not in the drop zone right now.
Where is Magnussen? Magnussen's already out.
Oh, I was looking too far down.
Yeah, you're looking too far down.
I wish Magnussen was still here.
Who's going to get out the drop zone from who's left there? Gasly, Ocon.
Down.
Yeah, Gasly, Ocon, Zhou, Schumacher, and Tsunoda.
Ocon.
Josh, who are you going to pick out of the 11 to 15? Who's going to get through? Your one pick. Oh, we can't hear him. Sorry, Josh. Try again.
Schumacher.
Good pick. I will go Gasly. Safe bet, but I was thinking Tsunoda. Oh, I'm sorry. Leclerc got a moment out of turn 2. Go on, Josh.
Apparently, according to Twitter, the person who threw the flare has been identified and removed from the circuit, and even F1 portrayed by Top Gear has got involved with the flare situation. No.
I look forward to hearing from that in the gap between the Q2. 1 minute to go then here for qualifying 2. Leclerc, Zhou, Schumacher on a lap time. Leclerc's 9th and is dangerously close to the drops, and he's got traffic in front of him as well of Tsunoda and Alonso. Schumacher is 2/10 up at the moment on the zone and might just find some time. And Schumacher's looking extremely good, but look at Zhou quicker. Well, this could be a surprise if a Ferrari gets knocked out of Q2 for the first time this year.
think they might.
Yeah, here we go for Leclerc coming towards the line now.
Oh, maybe not.
Does Leclerc find the time? Yes, he does. 1:10.988, the second fastest time, and 0.061 off the pace. Here comes Zhou Guanyu across the line and goes 10th. Albon is out of qualifying as he came into the pit lane already. So Albon's day is done. Norris goes P4, and Norris now is going to come across the line shortly. Schumacher goes 8th, 1:11.420 as the checkered flag comes out for the session. And Sainz goes top, 1:10.814. So Schumacher now risk. Alonso's the driver at risk. Russell's in 8th too. Here comes Esteban Ocon, 14th at the moment. Does he kick out Fernando Alonso? Oh, he does! He's 8 thousandths quicker. But Alonso's done a 24.4 in the first sector. Ocon's was a 24.8. Alonso's going fine.
Oh, don't worry.
Russell goes second. He's only 10 thousandths off the pace of the Ferraris. And Tsunoda goes 10th. That kicks out Esteban Ocon.
My pick's out.
And Gasly might get through. Alonso is 4/10 down. Alonso might be out too in that drop zone. Well, Josh's pick is right of Schumacher going through. I don't think anyone else can do any more times.
Gasly looks to be going through. Oh no.
Gasly comes across the line. He's P15 at the moment. Only goes P11. 1:11.512. It's all down to Alonso. No. Alonso doesn't do it.
6 seconds back to
Alonso's down on the time. 1:12.016. He got held up on that last lap.
By who?
Don't know. Zhou has already backed out of it, so it's Gasly, Ocon, Alonso, Zhou, and Albon.
Gasly
eliminated from qualifying number 2. Josh gets it right by saying Schumacher going through, and wow.
Man, traffic Red Bull in turn 8. I don't know what he was doing.
Which one? Which Red Bull?
First of all, the only person in front of you, Fernando, is Gasly.
Well, Verstappen hasn't left the pit lane since that 6th lap, so it was Perez who blocked him. Here it is on the screen.
Perez isn't on the track.
Perez on the inside of turn 8. Yeah, he's...
Wait, why isn't it showing Perez on the trap?
He's coming to the pit lane.
No, it didn't show him before that.
I don't know. How do you read that, Josh? To me, I would read that as that wasn't really blocking. Although Alonso did have to miss the apex, and maybe so, actually, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm contradicting myself there. What do you think, mate?
I was looking at F1 Twitter.
Next, you're not happy. We know that. Oh, let's hear from Joe.
Yeah, copy. Thank you. Not an easy day for the team, but yeah, keep pushing.
And there's no Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Bottas was 16th. Zhou is 14th on the grid as well. So that is pretty much all done and dusted as they come through for the next part of the session. Okay, right, let's get back over then to screen 3 as we get ready once again, as this timing monitor is annoying me a little bit as we come through and get ready for the next part. Now, what time is Q3 going to start, Josh?
15:54, which will mean it finishes at 16:06.
Yeah, copy. Thank you.
With no more delays.
Keep pushing.
Josh?
Megan, which one?
Could you do me a favour?
Yes.
Can you go turn my laptop off?
Yeah, you
and like shut down the things you put on it because it's gonna freeze. Right. Yeah, my laptop has a tendency of hating doing any type of work that's not psychology, law, and criminology. Right, so the order so far today at the end of Q2. Sainz is in first with a 1:10.814, then followed by Russell. I didn't even notice that. Russell is in second with a 1:10.824. Verstappen is third, Leclerc is fourth, Hamilton fifth, Norris is in sixth, Perez seventh, eighth for Stroll, ninth for Schumacher, 10th for Tsunoda, and out in Q2 is Gasly, Ocon, Alonso, Zhou and Albon, and then who was out in Q1 was Bottas, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Vettel and Latifi.
Nicely done as they come through. As I'm back in the box as well. I don't know why, because I've got to go turn that laptop back on at 25 past the hour to record the Moto E.
Wait, what?
3:25. I might be able to on my computer, but I'm not sure because of Formula 2. So
Well, when were you going to tell me this?
I told you at 3:30.
No. You said
3:30
one thing.
3:30.
You said 1:30
yeah,
to me.
Yeah, then I remembered I've got another thing too. So
Yeah, and you never told me 3:30 ever again.
3:30 till 3:45. So it's not that long. That's you. That's you in the bathroom. That's one you go to the bathroom. It's not that long.
And you thought Ted Kravitz and David Croft was bad.
I know. She's insufferable. Anybody?
I could be spending.
Let's hear from Lando.
Okay, understood.
Lando Norris, there on the radio. Let's go down over to the guys.
Final
Crofty.
corner moment for Lando Norris. And nerves, I'm sure, up and down the pit lane. We can't work out who's going to be on pole. I wonder if the teams have got any ideas. Mattia Binotto is with us, team principal at Ferrari. Well, Carlos Sainz, the fastest man, Mattia, but boy, is that close between the top six.
Yeah, seems like so, but Max on used tires, so Max is certainly very fast today and will be, we believe, the fastest. But let's see, behind it's a close battle. I think that Russell got only one set of new tires left. That to his disadvantage, but certainly it will be very, very tight. Track improvement has reduced, so track very stable now.
Yeah, I was going to say that's certainly what we felt. What's the difference? What's that time difference between a new set and an old set of soft tyres? What are we looking at there in terms of tenths?
I think it's half a second, more or less. Quite significant.
Half a second, yeah, I can see why you're thinking Max could still be very much the favourite here. Traffic, not so much an issue in this one, but you've still got to send your man out at the right time, haven't you?
Yeah, I think the traffic can be an issue still on the outlap because you need to have your own pace. So being in the queue, being in the train, that's not optimum. So I think everybody will try to be outside at the right moment to avoid those type of situations.
We're looking forward to this. Do you look forward to this, or are you just too nervous about it?
No, I'm curious.
Good answer. Mattia, thanks ever so much. Not nervous, not excited.
Yeah, not nervous, not excited, just nervous as well, was what he said there as well, which I find most entertaining as well. Let's come back up to the battle cam for a second as we get ready in this session. Oh, look what's happened. All of our data has moved around again for previous sessions. Okay then. Quickly, because we haven't got long left, one-word answers. Let's hear from Mick Schumacher.
So box now, Mick. Box now, we're going to do Q3 now. Watch the weighbridge lights.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, thank you.
He sounds so grateful.
He does, doesn't he? Okay, one-word answers. Megan, who's going to take pole position for this race?
I'm still going to stick to Russell. I didn't even notice Russell get second.
Yeah, he's been consistent. Only 10,000ths off the pace of Carlos Sainz. Josh, who's going to take pole?
Carlos Sainz.
Say again, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz, okay. George Russell.
Yeah.
Seems like it's going to be it. 20 seconds to go then until the start. It's going to be a fun one, isn't it? So, stand by, get ready.
Speaking of,
go on, Max.
Here's George. Getting ready in the car. And
okay, mate. So we are...
Here we go. The start. And the cheering and chanting begins as the green light goes on at the end of the pit lane. And qualifying 3 is underway here at Zandvoort. Who is going to take pole position as well? The team here, Megan's gone for Russell. Josh has gone for Sainz. I, too, have gone for George Russell. But don't count out home hero Max Verstappen. Looks like there's some new front wings going on down there at the front as well.
I'm
Megan.
also for no flares on the track.
No flares, yeah, that's fingers crossed there's no flares as cars head out to the circuit. There is a message going around saying, please, no flares at all. After that stopped the first part of qualifying for a long, long time. And Josh did have an image up on the screen. What was that image of, Josh? Have you got it still? Haha! So we got a Max fan and a Lewis fan going through on the centre. Well, if they're married, they must have...
Yes! Good comeback from the FPV.
Yeah. Well, if they're married, they must have got married after...
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
After Abu Dhabi, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi, not Saudi Arabia.
Well, even if they got made after Saudi Arabia, when they ran into each other as well. Or Sao Paulo.
Either both. Anything with an S or an A beginning with, just don't talk to each other about.
Sao Paulo, Saudi Arabia, Abu Dhabi, Azerbaijan. Well, actually, Azerbaijan was only a mistake from Verstappen's tyre failing.
Yeah, they both went off.
Yes, they did as well, as we get through. Right, watch the magic cursor as we go through. As Megan already told you, he was eliminated. We lost Albon, Zhou, Alonso, Ocon and Gasly from the last session, which means we have top 10 going in as well with the halfway point sliding through here at the moment. And fingers crossed, we're in for an interesting one as the first lap time begins for Max Verstappen. And that was Perez's radio into Tarzan for Max Verstappen, and it's a good slot here at the moment, Megs, and he was quite quick even on his outlap as well. He's pushing hard, and a little twitch coming into turn 3 that nearly put him in the wall.
Let's see, his time in third sector, sorry. That was like a 22 second. So, it's looking fast.
First sector up, it's a 24.235 for Verstappen, so it's looking good. Michael is saying should be a good Q3. We agree with you. Norris could be even be an outsider as well. He's been having some stellar performances. Verstappen's second time is coming through as he's round turn 10. There's the drone you can just hear skating along the grass. Into the Max Verstappen arena at the Audi S. Just listen. That is all Max Verstappen fans as they exit the corner. Purple sector 2, 24.645. Will he take pole position? Number 18 of his career here today. Down to the line for Max Verstappen. Is it quick enough? It's a 1:10.515. And listen to the crowd as Holland erupt. Here comes Sergio Perez. He's up at the moment, but he's not going to take it away. He's 5/10 off the pace of his teammate. It's a 1:11.077. Verstappen with half a second away. Brilliant.
Hold on, I need to observe something.
Norris coming through. Schumacher goes third, 1:12.727. And here comes Lando Norris now approaching the line next. This could be entertaining as he goes into third with a 1:12.150.
Where's the pit lane on there?
Just at the exit where Russell's coming through now.
Why is Leclerc not moving?
Leclerc is going very slow on that track, and this is Verstappen's mistake towards turn number 3 as well, and him just having a little bit of an error.
Where is it?
I'm getting a bit wide out there. Pit lane is where Hamilton is right now, down there on the start line. Where it goes from light blue to yellow on our driver tracker, as Megan's asking to see who's diving in and out. Only Stroll's back in the pit lane, and he's yet to put that front wing on. Oh, hang on, Josh, there you are. Let's show that again. Josh has got the driver tracker map up as well, which tells us where the pit lane is at the bottom half of the track. That's what we should have usually up in the commentary box, but we haven't printed it out yet because we're trying to save the printer.
He did it again?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He went into the pit lane after he did his warm-up lap, his main lap, and his cool-down lap.
Verstappen?
Yes.
He's only done 9 laps.
Each time he owned... And 9
1 lap
laps...
per session.
One main lap per session. He keeps going...
1 out lap, 1 in lap, 1 out lap, 1 fast lap, 1 cool down lap. Yeah, so
each session he's only done that, and he's never tried to defend himself.
So let's see if he'll probably go for another run today, won't he, to keep that time up?
Not if he hasn't got enough power.
Lap angle.
Yeah,
happy there.
If they're worried about the gearbox
he's
still.
preserving it so he can get higher.
Hamilton crosses the line. Russell goes third, but look at Hamilton.
Nice shiny fresh set.
Hamilton is fastest in the second sector, but Leclerc's looking quick as well. Cross the line comes Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, and it's a 1:10.648. Mercedes are working around Zandvoort, but what about the 2 Ferraris? Look at Leclerc through the banking as well. 24.1 sector 2, 24.5 sector 2, and Leclerc goes pole. 1:10.456. And Charles Leclerc has provisional pole position. Verstappen will have to fight back from that one. Sainz crosses the line, goes 4th. So it's Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, top 6. Nicely mixed up with a nice spicy meatball. That's next week in Italy. What a race.
That was impressive from Leclerc. Though, by the way, the reason why I jumped the sun was because for a second I could have sworn I both heard something in this ear, which I don't have my earphone on, so
Yeah.
it couldn't have been something from there. And I also saw something from the corner of my eye.
Frog or spider?
No, it wasn't like anything else. It's strange. I'll explain it later.
Into the pit lane they come then, with 5:37 to go. Verstappen stayed in the car this time, Megs, but you're right. 3 laps in Q1, 3
did
laps in
that same.
Q2.
He always stays
yeah.
in the car to make it look like he's going out again, but he's not.
Only 1 push lap per session. That's bizarre, and I hope Mercedes have twigged that as well, because that could be an advantage to them. But it's now they opened up the gearbox again this morning to make sure it was okay.
I
the
think
seals.
they found that you could only do certain amounts of pushing.
They're trying to. Do you reckon they're trying to save the gearbox, not
Yeah.
the engine, the gearbox itself?
They're trying to get as high as they can, but they're also trying to save it for the race, so that if there's a problem, they can get as high as they can.
Yeah. No penalty either if you have to change it. But if it fails in the race, that's a big gamble they're taking as well.
That's why they're choosing. They want to avoid a penalty. That's why they're choosing to only do that.
Upright Foster says, Adam, I agree, but first have them drawn and quartered with never let them in the racetrack again. Adam says, I'll agree. Yeah, and I know Josh has said that the person has been identified, so hopefully they'll be evacuated from the event as per the rules. 4 minutes 30 to go, as some Spanish fans in attendance there as well.
What possessed them to do that?
Get a name for themselves, but cause a red flag. Yeah, why flow a flare onto the track? That's the silliest thing I've ever seen. Oh look, Halo cam. It's a brand new Halo on a camera, and that's Lance Stroll not going out for the rest of the session. So that's it. Yeah, it didn't even start. So Lance Stroll starts 10th on the grid. He will not go out for the remainder of qualifying, which is bizarre. The polishing work begins. Max Verstappen watching on, as this is Sergio Perez now, with his head down. Should have twigged actually. I was looking at the helmet, which looks quite similar to Max's today, but the big number 11 of the Sergio Perez number, yeah, kind of give it away. That was a Murrayism, wasn't it? When he said Jarno Trulli, and it was Frentzen. Martin replied, is that Jarno Trulli and Frenson's crash helmet then as well? Event security at the Dutch Grand Prix have removed the person who flew the flare onto the track, which disrupted qualifying. So that's just been confirmed to me on Twitter by racefans.net as well on their Twitter. So that guy has been ejected. I'll leave it with Josh to clarify if that's actually correct, as he's got social media in front of him while we've got our data screens. 3 minutes to go, and it's all eyes up front as out they come again for their second runs. So the second runs of qualifying 3 get underway. Lewis Hamilton preparing to go out. Did Max Verstappen go out? There is our big question that we need to see. Leclerc's gone out, Perez has gone, and Verstappen has gone out, Megan, so he's going to do another run.
How do you know?
Well, I can see that it's turned to 10, and the P at the side of his name's gone. So Verstappen's back out on the track, though.
How is he? Why is he choosing to? He's only doing an outlap because he sees Leclerc's above him.
Yeah, there you go. Look on the driver tracker. Leclerc, Norris, Schumacher, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez as well coming through there, and then I presume it will be. Oh, Perez is the last one actually out there.
Hamilton's being towed, though toe gets broken.
Yeah, because I think that was Tsunoda who went in between there as well. Actually, Tsunoda got through to the next part, so I got that right as well. I'd say Gasly, but Tsunoda snuck through. Thinking about it. 2 minutes to go then in qualifying 3. There's the 2-minute warning klaxon coming up as well. This is an incredibly tense session. Oh, yellow flag. What's happened? Who's gone off the Sector 1 yellow flag?
I think it was just a gravel thing.
Well, there's no one in Sector 1 because they're all out of it, so it must have been a marshal just running to get something off the circuit, but
maybe.
We've gone to green flag. Oh no, Russell was in Sector 1. Oh, it's a flare.
Another flare?
It's a flare at the exit of the pit lane. Well, this is a red. If this goes red flag, then qualifying's over.
Is there like a protest going on?
No, it's just a flare that's been thrown on the circuit again.
No, like people deliberately trying to stop it with flares.
Well, they red flag. I think a brave marshal has hopped over the barrier and has picked it up.
Yeah, because I didn't see it on the
yeah,
floor.
and we haven't got immediately red flag either. So that's good. Here comes Leclerc then. Less than a minute to go in the session. Sounded like something was through the gravel there, didn't it? Someone was skating along it as well.
Maybe someone was running.
Yeah. No red flag. Let's have a look then. First sector time, and Leclerc is up by 44 thousandths of a second. It's a 24.155 for Charles Leclerc on that lap time alone. Looking good. Is Verstappen going to do anything about it as he's in the first sector, just coming out of turn 3? Perfect exit curb. It's a 24.2. Verstappen is down in the first sector by only 0.030. Josh, we can hear you now. What did you say?
Yeah, Hamilton was going through turn 1 at that, but it was another flare.
Oh, not again.
Someone throwing them at Hamilton.
Seems to be, yeah. Here comes Leclerc then, out of the last corner. Yeah, Simple's throwing it. Charles Leclerc comes to the line for his last run of qualifying 3. Leclerc takes provisional pole on a 1:10.363. Provisional pole number 17 of his career. But is Max Verstappen going to do anything? He's fastest in the middle sector at 24.556. Wasn't enough to get up on that 33 thousandth of a sector time. Here comes Max Verstappen towards the line. Is it pole again at home? It's gone Dutch! Listen to the crowd! Is it enough? Here comes Sainz. Sainz crosses the line, goes third. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, Perez has binned it in the banking. Perez has binned it.
Like Bell did last year.
And that's going to put Russell. He can't improve. Backs out of the lap time. Stays in 6th. And that will mean that Hamilton can't take it either. Because it's a yellow flag in the banking. Hamilton was down already in the second sector.
Did they do that on purpose or something?
Well, it's a Red Bull delight. I do wonder if that was a little bit on purpose.
Bit coincidental that he spins as soon as Verstappen gets it.
Let's take a look. Perez coming into the banking section now, flicks it in. Runs it wide and then the car just loses it. I don't think he could do that on purpose.
I'm not sure. Did you see how he did this?
Let's take a look. Flicks the car in. He gets caught in the dust as well. It's a little bit of sand.
Nearly flipped it.
Yeah. I don't think that was done on purpose, looking at it again now.
I'm still a little bit doubting. Oh, there's a flare and a flare.
Don't think it'll be put through. But it's double Dutch delight from Max Verstappen.
I think that's it, mate. Second year in a row, pole position.
Simply lovely, mate. What a good recovery.
That is a great turnaround, Max. Great day.
Well done, Max. That was a mighty middle sector. Mighty. Well done, mate.
Good result that after yesterday, so we recovered that well.
I don't know, the Super Max song's kind of against you, mate.
Yeah, it's super tomorrow, isn't it? Let's just see if you can break that curse to the song that's been following all year round. But Dutch treat as well. Max Verstappen won in the country of his birth 7 days ago.
Second year in a row.
And now will take pole position in the country of his residence and his father's birth as well.
He might get second.
That Ferrari, though, 21 thousandths of a second separated the top 2. 92 thousandths of a second separated the top 3. They are magically close together at the moment as well. That's how close it is.
I was really hoping for a Mercedes.
Hamilton 4th, Russell 6th, but Russell was on a really good lap time. He only had to stop because of Perez. Russell could have taken front row. What a shame. Our predictions didn't go as planned, says Adam. Blame Perez. Yeah, Perez spinning, put it off. Well, Hamilton, to be fair, was bad in the middle sector anyway, but Russell was good, and we were on board with him. We heard him lift as well, so he can't improve there. But anyway, Megan's going to dash off the box now. See you later, Megs. We'll see you tomorrow. As me and Josh will stand by for the end of the session, as we'll hear from our top 3. And then we'll go into Formula 2 mode, where Josh also is alongside me in the comms box for the sprint race.
I am not ready for F2.
Don't worry, just I'll do all the big talking. You can find things as well.
I'll just be sat here just like, hello, I'm Simple and I'm not feeling well, but I'm just here on.
I hope you're doing all right, by the way. You do look a bit tired as well out there. As well.
I literally I led down on the sofa and I told my dad, can you wake me up at 1:45, please? And I literally just went to sleep.
You need to get some bigger rest now as well. We've got a long gap. In fact, if you don't want to just take F2 off.
Verstappen
No,
P1.
I'm fine.
Grazie.
That's Leclerc's radio now coming through on the board. As it is Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz 1, 2, 3, and we'll hear from the top three. Mohamed Ben Sulayem just congratulating Yuki Tsunoda there as well on a P9 start as the top three are getting their microphones together. I'm not sure who the reporter is and the interviewer, but we'll see it shortly out there as well. 323 people have joined our commentary for qualifying as well. Absolutely insane. Well, hopefully we'll join you tomorrow as well. Got the F2 race coming up, and then we've got IndyCar qualifying with the Grid Network gang as well. And then tomorrow we've got Formula 2, Formula 3, Formula 1 and everything. Guido van der Garde, of course it is. Guido will talk to the top three with Supermax first off.
Max Verstappen for the second time in a row, pole position. That must be feeling great on your home soil.
Unbelievable. It's especially after yesterday as well. We had a difficult day, but I think we worked really well overnight with the whole team to turn it around. And today we had a quick race car again, but it was very close. And a lap around here, a qualifying lap, is insane.
Did you make a lot of changes compared to from yesterday to today?
We changed a lot because yesterday was a bit rushed in FP2 to get the car together. But yeah, today it was again enjoyable to drive.
One Dutch question. I mean, if you look all the fans here, dat moet wel echt heel erg mooi voelen, lijkt mij, toch?
Ja, dat is ongelooflijk. Natuurlijk super om zoveel oranje hier te zien en de steun natuurlijk het hele weekend. Ongelooflijk, dankjewel.
Succes. Good luck. Charles, that was close.
Yeah, very, very close. I mean, Max did a great lap in the end, and our car was getting better and better through qualifying. At the beginning, I was pretty scared because Max was much quicker than us on used tires. But then in Q3, the car came a bit more together, and I managed to do that lap, which was close enough for P2. But yeah, tomorrow is the race, and we'll give it all.
Hey, I mean, the car's working much better this weekend than last weekend, obviously. Yeah? There's much more downforce needed here. What do you think you can do tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we are much stronger here compared to last weekend, so that's good to see. And for tomorrow, I think our race pace looks quite strong. It's going to be close with the Red Bull, but we just need to do a great start, and then we'll see.
Good luck, man. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Carlos, congrats, P3. You happy with the lap?
Yeah, it was a clean lap with no mistakes. Just missing that last half attempt to the attempt, you know, to beat Charles and Max. It was on the limit out there. Every little meter of track that you could use and that you could push was counting. It wasn't an easy quali from Q1 to Q2 to Q3, but I think in the end we did a decent job.
How is this track physically? Because you don't have a lot of straight line to recover yourself. Is it hard?
It is very tough out there, especially with these heavier cars. The track is especially demanding on the tires. We have a lot of overheating during the lap, even in the long runs, a lot of degradation. So I think tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. There's going to be a lot going on, even if it's a difficult track to overtake. There's going to be still many options with the strategies.
Perfect. Good luck, man. All the best.
Thank you.
All the action then, and none of the glory. What a session it was. Josh, predictions for tomorrow, please, and then I'll let you go so you can get a little bit of rest before F2. Go on.
Predictions for tomorrow, Verstappen is going to miss turn 11 and get collected by Perez.
If that happens, the Dutch are going to be after you. Right, thanks Josh, and thanks Megan as well. To all of you at home as well, thanks for your company here today. We'll be back for F2 coming underway at 15:52. Or just join us at 15:50 for the build-up. And then at 4 o'clock we'll be live for the action as well. Then straight after we'll be on the Grid Network hosting our shows as well. And then it'll be bang on as well for the remainder of the sessions. Because we've got IndyCar qualifying tonight as well, with the whole gang as well at the Grid Network, qualifying from Portland International Raceway, with a look at what happened on Friday as well. And there is all going to look good.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about Friday. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks all for your coverage this weekend. We'll see you later, Josh, and we'll see you, Megan, tomorrow as well. Thanks for your company. It's bye for now.